Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Ingrid. I work with Central Rappahannock Regional Library, and I am joined today by local life coach Amir Edwards with Always Elevating Life Experience Coaching and Consulting. Um, Amir, would you like to tell a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here and to share a little bit. So I hope everyone gets a lot from this presentation. First of all, my name is Amir Edwards, Senior. I'm a father, I'm a friend, I am a husband, and I am a hardworking individual, just like everyone that will be watching today. And I was inspired to be in this profession just because I was called to help. I wanted to be in a situation to provide a resource for other people and be a part of their team. And one reason, quite frankly, is because I've been supported. I've been through some different challenges in my life where I needed some different avenues of support to help me stay on task or get, as they say, my act together, or just getting that fog to clear so I can see a new bright and shiny day. So here at AE Life Experience, it was just something that was um, uh, put on my heart and spirit to do this. And just to share a little bit about myself, I've been in law enforcement for about 25 years. And so I've always been a part of helping others, and just the opportunity to serve, being a coach is fit right in for me. So thank you for allowing me to share a little bit about myself. And I hope, again, you enjoy the process today.
Oh, fantastic. All right. So, with that, we are just going to jump right into the presentation. And just one.
All right, guys. So look, like I said before, my name is Amir Edwards. I am the senior coach and consultant here, and I am a co-founder with my wife with AE Life Experience. Where, like always, we are always elevating here. At AE Life Experience, we help our clients get clear on not only just where they are right now, but where they want to be. And more importantly, assist them in getting there, building those roadmaps. So, look, today there's so many misconceptions about what coaching is and what that centers around. And I'm hoping through this presentation, you will learn a little more about what it is that coaching is about and how you can participate and engage in coaching for it to be truly successful for you. Okay, so what is coaching? All right, so I like to begin with giving some definitions, right? We're not in school, but I want to give you some definitions. I think it's truly what I like to calling the foundation, and building a firm foundation is, I believe, is education. So coaching is a collaborative effort, like that, a client-driven partnership that is designed to maximize a person's potential through a thought-provoking and a creative process to empower an individual to maximize both their personal and their professional potential. Now, let's think about this. What outcomes are effective with coaching? Well, they include things like growth, clarity, and ultimately change and transformation. That's when the rubber truly hits the road, people. All right, so as we get a little bit understanding about what coaching is, now I want to share with you what coaching isn't. That's right, what coaching isn't. Again, like I stated before, there's so many misconceptions of what coaching is, and I want to take an opportunity to share that. In my industry, amongst many people, they always ask, what do you do? And they always want to compare it to some of these three particular practices. And I want to share with you that they're not. All right, so coaching is not therapy. Therapy typically focuses on a past trauma or a place where you need to work on identifying healing in that place to move forward in your life. That is not coaching for us. That is therapy. All right. So, secondly, mentorship. Be it that is great and it's awesome and it has its place in each and everybody's life, it is not coaching. Mentorship, which is really like a practice where you focus on sharing and duplicating experiences and outcomes, that is not coaching. All right. So, and lastly, consulting. Now, consulting really exists to provide solutions through one's experience and proven formulas, right? So they're going to be telling you what to do, giving you guidance and direction on what you should be doing for an expected outcome, which is that formula. That is not coaching, right? So I just wanted to give you just a baseline of getting some understanding so we can clear out what coaching is and what it isn't. I do like to think about coaching as the word coaching, providing that type of insight and encouragement from somebody else. On the other hand, unlike these three practices, coaching, it asks strategic questions to draw out clients' own insight versus giving advice, like I said before, and telling people what to do. No, that's not what we do. We build towards your future and we focus on the clients, taking meaningful action steps to move you forward to where you want to be in your life. All right, so what is coaching again? All right, so I want to focus here. As humans, we are very like multifaceted beings, right? And with coaching industry, it reflects the same thing. You're not going to find one type of one individual, and everybody has so many different flavors that they're trying to achieve, or goals and aspirations. So with coaching, it has very unique areas that you can go in. A general coach we like to refer to as a life coach, right? Then you have a career and a development, an executive or professional coach. Then you have a health and wellness coach, right? And then ultimately you have a relationship or a parenting coach. Now, I just named 4 common coaching. There are so many different other niches that can be tailor-made to you and your process when you're seeking a coach. So overall, I encourage you as you go through this process, you think about them. They even have divorce coaching, grief coaching, faith and spiritual coaching, just to name a few. It can go on and on. It's truly tailor-made to the success of those that are needed to be coached, our clients. All right, so I want to provide some structure and order through this process. I can share with you all day long about the word coach and where it needs to go and how it can be beneficial to you ultimately. But today, I just want to simply provide a roadmap to get some understanding. So when you hit the road today to be successful at identifying something like a coach, will help you get on your way. In order to coach to be effective, there are several key components that needs to be explored or addressed or even established in the process. Using a coach model helps to do a few things here. Ensure structure and focus. Now, with this model, it provides a clear framework to keep the coach session focused and productive. Now, with that, as you think about it, time is money, as I say. And I appreciate you and each and every one of my clients. I want to appreciate their time and why they're here today. So keeping that framework is so important. Now think about this. As we keep participating with our goal orientation, they help both the coach and the client identify and work towards a particular goal in mind. So staying focused is a key. Now check this one out. This is where the rubber truly meets the road. Enhancing communications. Models such encouraging open communication, active listening, and creating a supportive environment is key. If that person, your client or you, don't feel heard or feel in a safe environment to share, well, ultimately we're wasting time. So it's a cohabitive relationship that needs to take place between the coach and the client. Now, fostering progress. And one of my favorite words I like to use, accountability. That's right, people. Now, we need to facilitate progressive tracking. So it's important that we have structure through the process when you are being coached. It is important that you're held to the things that you say you want to do and things you want to achieve throughout these coaching process. And that's where accountability lies. Now, here we go. As you see here, there is a growth model that we are showing on this presentation. Now, it's a very popular model that in this industry people use all the time. In this model, the coach works with the client and they try to achieve, not try to, work towards achieving things such as establishing a clear and realistic goals. Now, look, I can speak all day about this. It's imperative that you keep it real. Don't go in these sessions trying to hype or delusional or create things that you're not trying to sell to someone. This coach is here for you. I am here for you. So it is important that when we sit down and talk about goals, that they are truly measurable. And it's important that we establish the clear, realistic goals. Now, accessing your client's current reality. Now, we need to identify what are the obstacles in your life or what are the challenges that are in your life. It's imperative that we understand that so we can create a formula or a roadmap so you can go over, through, or around those things. So it's important that we are clear and transparent through this relationship as it builds and it grows. Now, here we go. Exploring options, brainstorming potential solutions, and including necessary support is truly a part of the process. And it's important that we take our time to identify these things. And I encourage you, as you seek or look for a coach or working with the coach, do not be afraid to sometimes you might have to take a couple steps back and taking a deep breath. And like I tell all my clients, and be kind to yourself through this process, that it may bring you some stress sometimes, but we work the numbers and we'll go back through it. Now, choose the path forward in creating a plan is so important, including particular action steps so we can stay on task and achieve the goals that we set forth. It is important that we take the time, that we execute on what we say we're going to do so we can help reflect, reframe, and set ourselves up ultimately for success, people. All right, so stay focused, guys. Here we go. All right, so what are the benefits of coaching? Now, you might be thinking right to yourself, at this point in the process, learning more about what coaching is it helpful to know if it's for you or who it's truly for? Let me share with you who really can benefit from coaching. Individuals that are feeling stuck or unfulfilled, coaching can be very beneficial for you. People that want to maximize their health, to include mental health, spiritual health, and even nutrition, coaching can be truly beneficial to help you start building a roadmap for success to see yourself to achieving those goals. Professionals that are at crossroads or in a place of transition, you know what I'm talking about, people that are getting ready to retire and you're trying to figure out, hey, what is the next step I need to do? I don't necessarily want to sit at home, or I do, but I want to make another move in my life. How can I figure out what the next move looks like and take those talents that I've been using for so many years and put them to work continuously through the next chapter in my life? Coaching can be for you. Entrepreneurs, the people that are building in the workforce, that are scaling their business, and they might be at a pivotal point in their business where they need to pivot, where they need to change. Now, some of that change can come from being laid off, being the economy changes, the market and the industry changes, technology growth with AI and all these things, and it's time for your business to make a pivotal change. Coaching can be for you. Parents or partners that are seeking a balance and a stronger relationship with your children or with your mates, coaching is definitely for you. See, in that place, when we talk about just a parent relationship, as we see our children evolve every year, from 1 years old, their needs and their expectations are different to all the way to 17, 18 as they're transitioning out of traditional school into college or into the workplace. Your place as a parent can change. But what doesn't change is the relationship that you want to continually grow and build. So with coaching, it can help you. Same thing with your partner, be it your husband or your wife or your significant other. Understanding how to express yourself with communication and having real expectations and measurable goals with those relationships. Well, this is a place where coaching can help you align yourself and give you structure to go back and reframe and set yourself up for success, people. Now, students, I haven't forgot about you. Coaching is definitely beneficial for you. Now, why, you may ask? Look, you might just want to look at studying better, growing your habits so you can focus more or achieve certain contributions in your life, maybe be with your schoolwork or just being successful in another area or venture in your life. Coaching can be for you. Men and women that are needing a safe place just to be heard so you can just bounce things off of and help you develop a better place to align your value and your purpose. Quite frankly, coaching can be beneficial for everyone. Coaching can be beneficial for everyone. All right, so check it out. So coaching outcomes, regardless of who is being coached and why, outcomes are going through coaching often include what? A greater self-awareness. I'm telling you, once you identify your value, man, that's when the wheels start rolling. That's when gas gets in the tank and you can start pursuing that destination of success. Understanding what you're worth gives you a greater self-awareness to push forward and give you more confidence to expand what you thought was limitations. Now check it out. A clear vision to purpose. A clear vision to your purpose. So you're not toiling with all different types of projects, or maybe I'll try this, maybe I'll be this. You'll get a clear vision to understand, one, what your talents are and how you can make those applicable to the places where you want to go, and then truly understand what your purpose is. And you can move in it with confidence, with clarity, and with success. Now, better decision making, that's a part of the benefits and the outcomes of it. You will then start creating a formula and getting on beat. And you know, when you get on beat, it's time to make a move. So once you get that courage and confidence together, well, come on, nothing is stopping you. You'll be more consistent and make better decisions as you slow down things and study them and put them through the paces and your processing. Now, stronger relationships with self and others. As we talked about it before, coaching can be extremely beneficial to at home, in the workplace, building outcomes and relationships and understanding them better. And it helps you build more self-worth, which is truly important. Then you can then be more appreciative of the worth and the value of those around you. Now, consistent action and accountability. Let's go, team. I'm all about developing and building accountability. It is important that we place strategically people around you with certain skill sets to help you hold yourself accountable to what you are trying to achieve in your life. You get to set the pace. You get to set the outcomes that you want to succeed in. But I encourage you, when you go through this process, it'll help you be consistent in your actions and hold yourself accountable to those things. In short, as we stated earlier throughout this presentation, anyone actively engaging or participating in coaching can expect to experience growth, clarity, and a positive change and transformation. But it's important, guys, I will keep saying this over and again, You have to be actively engaged with the process. It takes you more than the other person to achieve these goals. It only you have the necessary tools to put this together and put it into action. All right, so common questions that I get. As my role as a coach, several questions always come up. And I want to share some of these questions with you, with the answers, so it can give you some better insight to what coaching is really about here. Question number one, how long do I have to coach? Do I need a coach forever? Well, let me ask you this. It depends. The answer to this question truly depends on the length of the coaching journey. It varies to person. It depends on what you're trying to achieve and the weight and where you want to go with that, and how many times you're actually meeting with your coach. All of these things actually matter. However, the universal truth for coaching is it is not intended to last forever, people. No, that is not what coaching is about. Again, the goals of coaching is to take a client, you, and build the necessary tools to help you get to where you want to be. And ultimately building that self-confidence and self-worth in you to maintain change and to continue your progression way beyond the end of your coaching relationship. That's right. My goal here is to teach you how to fish so you can take care of yourself. All right, so question number two I get. What is required for coaching to be successful? All right, so as previously stated, the framework is so important. It is highly beneficial for a coach to process and help to ensure both the coach and the client are successful in their respective roles. Additionally, clients must commit. I'm going to say again, you have to make the commitment in the process to move forward through this with focus, with effort, and to ensure that you are achieving the sought out after the results that you are looking for in the coaching process. I'll say that again for clarity. It is important that you commit yourself to putting in the work, people. All right. Question number three I get. How can clients maximize the coaching journey? All right. I'll say it again. How can we stretch and get every nutrient out of this process? A client's effort to maximize their coaching journey should start at the very beginning of the process with putting in the work and focusing on this. Research your coach. Figure out what the practice is that you're interested in, what niche that might help support you to get you in that area for success. That is truly, truly important. All right, participate in the discovery. I like to say these discovery, but another word for it is sample session. Many coaches offer sample sessions, and ultimately, in most cases, they're free. Now, a sample session truly gets you an opportunity to feel if this chemistry works, if that relationship works with that person. It is so important. Coaching is not just a transactional thing. I pay a fee and I get a service for an hour. It's truly, you have to feel a relationship. And a great way to do that with limited, in most cases, no cost, is to try out a sample session to figure out if that's going to work for you. If you or that person really gel, or your chemistry, and you feel well, then you will do well and you will want to continue that process. And it will not be a waste of your time or that coach's. Now check this out. Work with and select a coach that will help develop and obtain a customized plan just for you. It should not just be a generic process. You should take time through the process and truly, truly develop something that will be beneficial and tailored to your goals and your aspirations. And don't be afraid to go back to the drawing board and say, no, that's not necessarily what I need. It's important that you and your coach are very transparent and have an understanding of what that growth mechanism looks like. Now, whether you coach Wherever your coaching sessions are one-on-one, Taylor, or even group sessions, this is where it's still important that I'm going to keep the recurring theme here is that you have to fully participate. You have to fully engage yourself in this process and make an agreement that you're going to put in the work to move forward. Put in the work, people. All right, so check this out. Access and utilities are important. It is important that you take every recommendation that the coach is providing to you, resources like suggested books to read, journaling, or getting worksheets to do the work and put the steps together. It is a process, and we cannot skip the steps and expect a different outcome. So I encourage you, make the agreement and commitment to yourself to be consistent throughout the process. Doing these things will help you get most out of the process, or most out of your coaching journey from the beginning to the end. Stay consistent. All right. Question number 4 I get, is coaching confidential? Generally, coaching is an ethical boundary to protect a client's information. Now, in some cases, right, as we understand that we must tell you the truth to say, in some situations where that confidentiality would need to be broken because of a risk or safety to yourself or even others. Or in some cases, legally, if a coach is subpoenaed or requested to speak before the court, then that changes. It all ultimately really important for you as you build that relationship day one is to really get with your coach and really get an understanding of what the expectations of privacy and confidentiality is. Read that confidentiality agreement. It's truly important to building the trust. And as we know, ultimately, when you speak with a coach, that information should be private. They should not be sharing it with anyone else. They shouldn't be posting on anywhere else, particularly without your permission. Now, last the question is, can coaching occur virtually? Well, the education of coaching and getting the understanding of coaching is virtual right now. And I truly hope you benefit from this time that we're having right now. But yes, coaching can take virtually. It can take virtually through a myriad of mechanisms. It can be through a video coaching. It can be through phone calls. It can be through emails. It truly can be beneficial in all different types of applications. But it really is beneficial when both parties take the necessary steps and be consistent and hold you accountable in the process. Particularly when you start dealing with a virtual coach, it takes a true experienced coach that you can benefit from. Now, what are some of the benefits for virtual? In some cases, virtually, you can maximize your flexibility. You can be anywhere and be at any time of day. You don't have to have interruption from your job or your schedule. You can be much more flexible. And in some cases, coaching virtually will be cheaper than face-to-face in-person interactions. Skilled coaches can be very effective with facilitating virtual coaching sessions. So I encourage you, yes, virtual sessions can be just as important and beneficial as one-on-one sessions. All right. In summary, right? Coaching is a collaborative process that evokes and supports growth and positive change in a person. That's you, that is seeking to be better in themselves. I'm going to say that again. Coaching helps you provide a provocative relationship where you can be supported through growth and positive changes and seeking them for yourself and others in your life. Now, there is tremendous value that can come from working through this process, right? I will keep going back to remembering we have to be active and engaged through this process. You can't sit here expecting that it's going to be done for you. The coaching process is merely me assisting you with identifying goals and opportunities and then building a framework or like I like to say, a roadmap to your success. Now, what can you find, or what can you, once you commit yourself, what do you think that will be some beneficial factors there? Better performance, increased skill development and application, strong, confident, and self-awareness, as I spoke before, and a healthy relationship with yourself and others, and ultimately becoming a better communicator. See, as you identify the value and your purpose in yourself, you understand how you can move through the world where you don't need to be less hesitant, because you don't want to waste your time and distract you from your goals and the things you're trying to achieve. Now, as you think about this and we break down these walls to get closer to who you are trying to be and where you need to go, remember, as I like to say often, it is important that you remember these are the necessary tools that are already inside of you to set yourself up for success. Now, I hope this presentation has given you a better understanding of what coaching is all about, how it works, and the benefits that it offers. So I just like to hope that you will understand that how people can learn and understand the importance of why coaching is beneficial for them. I like to share in closing that here at AE Life Experience, we are always elevating. We truly strive to help each person take those necessary steps personally and professionally to get them on board in their life. It's about you. We believe in you, and your coach should believe in you too. So take the time and really evaluate if coaching is for you and what it isn't. Those are important for you. Thank you for your time. And like always, be blessed and keep moving.
Thank you, Amir. That was great information. That was great information. I'm going to go back to the contact slide again. Thank you so much for sharing, and I hope you and the viewers have a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate you guys. Good luck, everyone.